Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 1-day chart. We're sitting here just under 61 cents. It was another green day for XRP, but again, no real price movement. But a lot of people still expect $1 plus by the end of August. It's possible that that could happen. I still think it's going to happen at some point in September. But I've also been looking at the DXY, which continues to break down. And if that continues to happen, you could expect a massive run up for crypto. But usually we see the DXY drop off and then there's like a lag, and then all of a sudden crypto catches up with that. Like we see what's going on with Bitcoin right now. It just broke above 63K again. But I've been keeping a close eye on the DXY. And here's another thing that we also got to keep an eye on. This comes from Smoke, as expected. Interest rates should start to drop in 2024. Jerome Powell says the time has come for Fed policy to adjust. So if he's going to drop rates in September, October, November, we're going to be looking at a much different XRP come December. I think most likely we could achieve a new all-time high by then if the Fed continues to drop rates. We got to wait and see where we go from here. Earlier today, I put out a post. I said, everything decentralized will bottleneck as we push into the future. What I should have said is, everything non-compliant will bottleneck as we push into the future. But every single day in DMs, I get offers from these crypto exchanges that don't KYC. And they always start off with, we're a fully decentralized exchange that does not KYC. And they always say, we think your followers will enjoy using our exchange. The reason I don't start an affiliate with them or talk about these exchanges in videos is because I know a lot of you are still buying your crypto on exchanges and you're still leaving it there. And I think some of these non-KYC exchanges are going to disappear like an overnight event as we push into the future. And a lot of people will end up losing all of their crypto. I stress it all the time. You don't leave your groceries at the grocery store. Don't leave your crypto at the exchanges. And if you're using an exchange that doesn't KYC, you better get your crypto off that exchange. Things are changing very fast around crypto. And then a lot of people in that video I did the other day in the comment section where I was talking about taxes, they said, I don't have to worry about taxes because I'm moving out of the United States to a country that does not have crypto taxes. So here's the 11 best crypto tax-free countries. Germany, Belarus, El Salvador, Portugal, Singapore, Malaysia, Malta, Cayman Islands, Puerto Rico, Switzerland, and Georgia. Every single cycle in crypto, I see people saying, I'm packing up and I'm moving to a country that has no crypto taxes. And that's fine. If you want to do that, that's great, but you better have a game plan. In other words, if you're going to cash out crypto, maybe start a business in that country, or maybe open up a trust that pays you year over year. But you have to have some sort of game plan. Do you know how many times in the past I watched people move out of the US to a crypto-friendly country? Then they end up going broke and wanting to come back to the United States again. If you're going to do that, have a game plan is what I'm telling you. This comes from smoke. Exchanges also play a significant role in the market manipulation of crypto assets. Over 50% of the unregulated exchanges fail transparency test, which indicates widespread manipulation. These exchanges directly manipulate the perception of certain crypto assets by inflating volume numbers and inflating fake trades to successfully attract traders in the short terms. There's a lot of shady things that happen at these unregulated exchanges. And that's why I'm telling you, we're going to see a bottleneck of the exchanges. Same way we're going to see a bottleneck with crypto. 99% of crypto is going to disappear. Most likely, 99% of the exchanges are going to disappear as well. How ETH and Bitcoin prices are manipulated. We also know that the prices of both of those cryptocurrencies have been being manipulated for years. They put Bitcoin and ETH both into a bubble. They're propped up with money, with Tether, that has no real value. It's value created out of nothing. It's like the US dollar, nothing backs it. So eventually, if Tether pops, it'll take Bitcoin and ETH with it. And I pointed that out in previous videos. A California judge has dealt a double blow to Kraken by denying its motion to dismiss the SEC Gov's lawsuit and deeming the agency's argument that crypto tokens sold on Kraken's platform were offered or sold as an investment contracts as acceptable. We see what's going on with Kraken right now. Now, I think Kraken's going to come out of this. Most likely, they'll pay a small fine and they'll go on. And I think Kraken is going to be one of those exchanges that will still be with us in the future, like Coinbase and Binance, which are also dealing with the SEC. But once the SEC goes after some of these unregulated exchanges, some of these very shady exchanges, I think they're just going to fold up. And I think most likely a lot of people will end up losing their crypto. Striking a balance between innovation and responsibility. In 2024, the blockchain sector will experience a new era of maturity. And that's what's going on. Crypto is growing up. It's being forced to grow up. The days of the wild, wild west are over. And it's happening because institutions now want to come into this market. So they want rules put in place before they enter. Why pay attention to the moves of institutions? Because they are literally driving the current bull market. Yes, we are in the middle of a bull market. Financial institutions and ultra high net worth individuals are responsible for every major move in the last few months. Blue chip digital assets, real world asset tokenization, and crypto derivatives are all topics discussed at the highest levels of the financial hierarchy. As confirmed below, retail investors are not driving this bull cycle, nor will they in the future. Crypto assets that cater to the needs of financial institutions will be the ones that endure through this cycle. No, it's not about the builders. It's about who controls the most capital and who can truly drive innovation in the emerging asset class that is cryptocurrency. And that's what's going to happen going forward. Listen, retail is never going to move the price of these cryptocurrencies. We are going to be along for the ride because we got in before the institutions got here. But as the institutions continue to flow into this space and the rules begin to change, that's where we're going to see the bottlenecks happen. We're going to see the Tether bubble pop, taking Bitcoin and ETH with it. The smart money will flow into other cryptocurrencies that have actual use case and value. But the exchanges, same thing's going to happen there. And all the money is going to flow from those shady exchanges into Coinbase and Uphold and compliant exchanges. And it's going to happen because that's how everything matures. But, you know, a lot of us have already been acting like institutional investors already. Every XRP holder that has been holding for years is acting like an institutional investor already. Institutions won't be selling because the price rises or falls by 1 or 2 cents. They will be utilizing XRP for its use case and locking it away for years. You beat the institutions, and that's huge. This never happened before in history. Be sure to play the game smart. Don't give up until you get that generational wealth. If you've held through the sideways motion of XRP, the frustration of being an XRP holder, you will definitely get that generational wealth if you continue holding it long enough. I think what's going to happen is once we achieve a new all-time high, we're going to watch a lot of people be out of XRP forever. We'll hit other price points and more people will get taken out. Diamond hands will fold at different price points is what I'm telling you. But if you continue to watch the price rise and the adoption continue to happen, it'll become easier and easier for you to continue holding XRP in the future. And even governments know things are changing. Brian Brooks, Crypto Regulatory Turf War. Take a listen to this.
What I really think it's about is it's about who controls the financial system. And the crypto movement is all about a user-controlled financial system, and that just isn't what the older generation of Democratic leaders believe in. They believe in a more government-focused system that can be more easily surveilled, more easily controlled, that can direct people, toward the things that, the leadership believes is good for them. Whereas the younger generation is much more about using technology to unlock value for all Americans, but that's just not what the leaders from the 60s seem to believe.
Is there a clear priority in Washington when it comes to what really needs to be focused on, whether it's talking about how to define a security versus a token or a commodity, or is it stable coins? You get a sense that there is a theme out there that is getting the most momentum at this point.
I think the one thing that seems to have a lot of momentum around it has to do with making sure that stable coins don't create the risk of future bank runs. It seems like Democrats and Republicans both agree on that, and that's why I say if the Republicans take the House, I think the McHenry-Waters stablecoin bill has a lot of chance of moving forward because there's that shared belief system. On things like securities law and comprehensive crypto regulation, who owns it, SEC or CFTC, that's so political, I just don't see that happening.
See, what he's saying is politics are holding back crypto regulations, and the government doesn't want to give up control of the financial system, but it's happening with or without the government, because it's not only the younger generation pushing for this, it's every single country around the world pushing for this. Look what's going on with the BRICS. Look at how all these other countries are going digital. The U.S. has no choice but to go in that direction. They might not like it, but they're going to have to deal with it. Otherwise, the U.S. is just going to end up being left behind. We are going to push into a new financial system no matter what. Ripple's going to be a central bank. So HR 4766, U.S. law, we are about to go bananas. So you see, limitation on who may issue a payment stablecoin. It shall be unlawful for any person other than a permitted payment stablecoin issuer to issue a payment stablecoin for use by any person in the United States. I've been telling you for the past year and a half or so, Ripple, they pivoted. And as they pivoted, they looked more and more like a bank. Every time you turn around, you see Ripple getting payment license set up in other countries, more states, even here in the United States. Ripple will eventually become a central bank. That's the direction Ripple's going in. A lot of people would even argue that eventually Ripple will replace the Fed here in the United States. But you know, we're watching this unfold in real time because we beat the institutions to crypto. So we're watching everything build out around crypto and how everything's pushing into a centralized environment. But what's going to happen is XRP is always going to be decentralized, but it's going to fix all the problems in a centralized system. And as that happens, us as XRP holders are going to get very wealthy because of that. But until it all happens, you got to stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.